Why the easiest languages to learn are actually the hardest, in a nutshell. I am sure that if you are not native in any proper Latin language, such as Spanish, French, Italian, and many more, you won't understand this video in the slightest. But I do want you to watch it either way to try to understand it at your best. Learning any language is something we all want. It's just kind of cool to speak more than one language, more than two in some cases. So to do this the easiest way you can think of, you search up easiest languages to learn or top 5 easiest languages in the world. Whatever, you get the point. The first languages that will show up are some of the Latin languages, probably Spanish as the easiest one of all. This is also why I will use Spanish as the example language in this video, and also as I am myself a fluent Spanish speaker since I was born, and still take very harsh and difficult lessons on it. So every time I say something like learning it, the word it will be referring to the language Spanish. Okay, with all that apart, we can start the actual video. As you start learning it, you will realize that some of the verbs, past tense, future tense, present, are actually kind of hard to memorize. But that's fine for now, because you are only getting started. In fact, you will only be getting started up until 5 years at least of speaking fluent Spanish, because this language will start to escalate its difficulty very quickly as you go on. The words are easy to learn, and when you start most of the simple conjugations that you use regularly, you can probably start to communicate a little. Communicating will be the easiest part of this language, but studying it will be absolutely atrocious. And this is not an exaggeration, because let me show you a table. You know, just a simple table with all the easy verb. Oh, yeah. About that word easy we were talking about. Now, to put this in your brain, in this table, there is a total of 162 conjugations. There aren't any repetitions, and every single one of them is different, and every single one of them has its own name and section. Oh wait, you thought I was done. There's also something called a mode? Okay, surely this has to be it. Oh, verbs have names. You know, just for names. Oh, each one has the entire Bible written on them. Okay, this is enough information to your brain. Let's move on to something a little bit harder. You thought I was gonna say easier, didn't you? Well, welcome to the world of morphology. You might have heard this word before, you might have not. Like in every language, there are adjectives which explain or describe something. The name or the noun, which is the thing that is being described by the adjective, something called the determinant, the pronoun, which by the way has 8 different types, with also the Bible written in each explanation for each of those types. And once again, I do not want to confuse your brain, so I'll just do a quick recap of this morphology table, which will most likely last for the rest of the video. So if you made it this far, skip to hear my voice again. Okay, that was the morphology table. You might have skipped it, you might have not. Either way, you got the point of it being endless. Now, even though the title of this video already says nutshell, let me put everything into an even smaller nutshell. In other words, an easier recap of everything for you, my dear viewer, to understand better. A verb has 162 total conjugations. Each one is used for a different type of situation, or maybe each one is used just for the way you phrased your last sentence. There are 4 types of verbs, which are also used depending on the situation or the verb you're using. The morphology table was a table explaining every single type of word in existence and their different possibilities when used in a sentence. And that should be it. Oh wait, I almost forgot. The irregular verb.